One sunny day in Washington, President Joe Biden was sitting in the Oval Office, watching a marathon of classic movies on television. As he settled in with a bowl of popcorn, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory began to play. Joe was intrigued by the peculiar world of Willy Wonka and his fantastic chocolate factory. However, as he watched, he couldn't shake the feeling that something was off. The president, in his somewhat senile state, became convinced that the chocolate factory was a front for something sinister. Summoning his advisors, he declared, "We must take down the chocolate factory. The Oompa Loompas are a national security threat." Baffled, the advisors exchanged glances, trying to figure out how to deal with this unexpected situation. They decided to bring in the CIA director, William Burns, to handle the situation. When Director Burns arrived, he was briefed on the president's concerns. Trying his best to suppress his amusement, he entered the Oval Office. "Mr. President," William began, "I assure you that Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is just a fictional story. There's no need to worry about it." Joe leaned forward, a serious expression on his face. "You expect me to believe that? Have you seen the technology in that factory? It's light years ahead of our own, and those Oompa Loompas are running around unsupervised." William sighed, realizing that he had to think on his feet to resolve this issue. He excused himself and hatched a plan with his advisors. They decided to stage a fake operation to take down the chocolate factory and appease the president's concerns. A few days later, William returned to the Oval Office with a team of CIA agents dressed in tactical gear. He presented Joe with a detailed mission plan for Operation Chocolate Shutdown. "Mr. President, we have located the chocolate factory and are prepared to take it down. We just need your authorization," William said with a straight face. Joe scanned the document and nodded gravely. "Proceed with the operation. I want the Oompa Loompas brought to justice." William saluted and left the room with his team, fighting to keep his composure. They executed the staged operation, complete with a live feed of the raid on a soundstage made to look like the chocolate factory. The agents captured actors dressed as Oompa Loompas and confiscated piles of fake chocolate. After the mission was completed, William returned to the Oval Office with a captured Oompa Loompa and a report on the shutdown of the factory. Joe examined the evidence with great interest. "So, you're saying we've neutralized the threat?" Joe asked. "Yes, Mr. President," William replied. "The chocolate factory is no more." Joe beamed, clearly satisfied with the outcome. "Great work, Director Burns. You've done a great service to our country." "Thank you, Mr. President," William said, struggling not to laugh. "It was our pleasure to serve." As Joe continued to examine the fake Oompa Loompa, William and his team exchanged smirks, knowing that they had successfully navigated one of the strangest requests in the history of the CIA. Operation Chocolate Shutdown would forever be a secret, yet hilarious chapter in their careers.